What's up, everybody? Tommy here, Math Productions. We got Britt with us again.
Hi.
And if you didn't notice yet, there's no headset. We got a studio mic. So hopefully you can hear it. Hopefully it sounds good. I don't know. Let me look at OBS. It looks like it's picking it up well enough. Just start like saying what's up or something.
What is up?
Let us know, please, right away, hopefully. If you can hear us both, if you can't hear us both, if this is way worse, I got no idea. We just got this in the mail, we plugged it in, and we're checking it out live, right? It's a Rode studio mic, and looks super cool. I feel way more professional with it, but I like not having anything on my head or any cables across my lap. That's super nice. Sounds good. Right on, Bear Knight. I appreciate you being here, my friend. Thank you, as always. But yeah, so basically, just recap last stream. It's the same save file that we're playing on. We did a 1-hour build challenge, and we got the start of an outpost up and ready. And we used the cheat terminal, and we put a bunch of resources on our dude, and we put up what we could within that hour. All you have not seen off camera before we started was we deposited all of those excess resources at the transfer terminal, whatever, the forklift that we're using at our outpost. It distributed out the solids, the liquids, and the gases that we had to connected storage units. Anything else that was surplus or that was for a warehouse is just sitting in the inventory of that forklift. Oh, heck yeah, new Anchor Bluetooth speaker. I'm a huge fan of Anchor brand, for sure. I think their quality, for sure. And I saw a bunch of it, right? But definitely a good buy, for sure. But what was this thing? So we deposited the rest. It's sitting in the forklift. And we turned off the cheats that we were using. So oxygen is back enabled. God mode is disabled. Infinite carry weight is disabled. And then we came to New Atlantis. At the end of last stream, I said that I had like 80,000 more credits than what I wanted to allow us to keep going into an actual playthrough. So we're going to go on a shopping spree to start out the stream. We have to spend roughly 80k. I'd like to spend like 86 to 90k, but we're going to be limited. We're not going to go anywhere else other than New Atlantis. I'm going to show how you can spend a bunch of money in New Atlantis right away. And I'm going to try to spend absolutely none of it on shipbuilding. I'll just rip that band-aid off right away. Shipbuilding, I enjoy it. It's fantastic in the game. For a lot of people, it's the best part of the game. We're going to get to it in the game. Not right now, though. That's not what we're doing right now in the stream. We're not doing any shipbuilding.
This is a big shopping budget. I feel like the shopping budget's really big. Like I'm hearing 80k for a shopping budget, and I'm like, this is a really big shopping budget. Is that big or small?
No, it's fair to feel that it's big, because like outfits will be like at most maybe like a stack. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we got a lot of money. We got credits. We got a lot of credits that we're about to spend for sure. Bro, in the chat, the OG Tennessee. I appreciate you being here, my friend. Right on for listening. Definitely, I hope you get where you're going safe. Everybody watching, Tennessee in the chat. That's the OG Tennessee, maker of the real O2 meter, the real oxygen meter, the thing that killed us mercilessly the other day when we started streaming a playthrough. I completely forgot that because of the way I started with Constellation at the Lodge, I did not have a certain amount of things, including credits, and I had not gone and gotten any oxygen containers. So we got to Cydonia, and I was literally just chilling outside the ship right there, suffocating myself, and we took a couple steps. Dude ragdolled himself. That's absolutely because of my ignorance, but because of the OG Tennessee, and literally I say it all the time, objectively, I know I'm biased, the third best mod for the entirety of the game is the OG's real oxygen meter, on top of other things they've done. Targeting HUD, Out in the Blackness. I use their TN storage multiplier 10 times is what I got it set on. Dude, so many. Their portfolio is prolific, and it's top tier quality work, exceptional work every single time. I am a huge fan of Tennessee. Thorgen, You already know too, I am a huge fan of you. I absolutely enjoy and appreciate everything about you. I appreciate you being here as always, brother. Right on. Hey, bro, that's what I'm talking about. Make that money. You know what I'm saying? Bro, yes, I did get killed by your mod too. 1000%. It was glorious. I'm not mad at it at all. It allowed me to restart like twice in like a 30-minute period, so you already know how much I loved restarting a playthrough twice in 30, and that's not even facetious. Like, I've got chronic habitual restarter syndrome bad. What's up, Thorjan? Hey, Britt also too. She really enjoys every time I put your streams on, bro. I tell you, I love your voice, Thorjan. It just sounds so relaxing. I could listen to your streams all the time. And bro, this is a full house of my favorite people. Bad Clams, right on for being here. Mark. No way that's Spider-Man. Mark, that's Marheine. Mark Skillman from school? Like growing up? Is that who I'm thinking of that used to live next to Dylan?
I know Mark Skillman.
I'm
I know
pretty
Mark
sure.
Skillman. Hey Mark, if it's you. Hey,
If
Mark.
that's you, what's up, brother? How's it going, man?
What's up,
Bad
Mark?
Clams, though. The Restart King, dude. I restart so much, and I'm the Ramble King, too. I'm trying as hard as possible with these live streams to throw that gauntlet down, that I ramble like none other.
You were supposed to wear your Bad Clams hoodie that I washed for the stream.
Bro, you hear that, Clams? Bro, she literally told me that the other day. She was like, hey, I washed your Bad Clams hoodie so that way you could wear it for your stream. I'm rocking no hoodie right now, but if I was rocking a hoodie, it would be Bad Clams' hoodie because my man makes amazing looking logos. So aside from just wanting to support my man, if you want to, click on his name right now. You can step away from the stream. That's all right. We'll be going for a minute. Click on his page. Go over to his shop. My man's apparel is amazing, and he does great work, and it's a worthy creator to support. By all means, step away for a second, check that out, grab you a hoodie, grab you whatever, and then come back to my stream. And then when you come back to my stream, at the end of it, you see, probably right there on your interface, or if you go to the channel, bro, I got a shop up too. You know you want a mad hat, hoodie, whatever. I have no shame. I'll plug myself and my stuff with my homies all the time. Definitely grab you some apparel. Mark, I thought that was you! No way! My friend, I hope you're doing well. I hope your family is doing well. Right on for being here, for sure. Right on, man. Bad Clams. Hey, let me get to it. So, real quick, and then we'll go to a game screen so that way you can actually see it a little bit better. But, did I recap basically everything, though? So, we sold our stuff. We got the Adoring Fan. We got to New Atlantis to start our shopping spree, and as we were sitting here chilling, the Adoring Fans showed up. Since I showed that a couple of streams ago already, that interaction and getting them, but then we died. Thanks, OG. We had to get him again. We got him again, and that's where we're at now, right? So what we're gonna do is spend 25,000 credits off top. This part will be easy. Go to the ship service technician. I'd like to purchase a vehicle.
Okay, no problem.
No problem. We're gonna purchase it. And thanks to Zone 79 and their mod Grav 79, we have a few different color options for the Grav 79. Orange is my favorite color. This is not orange. I know it's orange, but it's not orange. It's red. You know what I'm saying? Zone, you know I think you're the GOAT. I love your work. I would never disparage your work. That's not orange. That's all I'm saying. Let's go with the white. Let's go with the white. The reason I love the Grav 79 so much, it makes traversing any sort of landscape so much easier because it can boost and kind of hover. Look at this. So you see it's hovering already. Look at the detail on that. I promise you when you're playing like I normally be playing on an S23 Ultra, you don't see the little details like that. It's just so cool. And I'll show off real quick before we continue our shopping spree what I'm talking about here, but if you hold the boost button, look at this. Right. Look at that. You can get going till it runs out. If you click on the left thumbstick, you can kind of boost forward, so you can cover a lot of ground quickly. My only caution on the Grav 79 especially when you're using a bunch of environmental mods and POI mods. That means a lot of stuff that's going to be loading in as you're quickly covering a lot of ground, that the way that the game loads in, it's not necessarily made for you to cover that sort of ground that quickly as it's loading assets in. And then when you do things like expand, enlarge, and yada yada those assets, it can cause a lot of crashing. That's ultimately what I'm getting to on this caution, is if you're using the Graph 7.9 and you're traveling large distances as quickly as possible, there is a good chance that you're going to see potentially an increase in crashing. Right, bro, Bad Clams. Love the name, love the logos, love the mods, love the content on their YouTube channel, and absolutely appreciate the person, legitimately. Dude's a good dude. We was texting earlier today about some stuff. Thorgen, I actually told him real quick, I told him he needed to get in contact with you, or that I could try to help get him in contact with you about some shit about computers. Sorry, I get too I forget that I shouldn't be cussing. But it's about some stuff with computers that was above my knowledge, and about some other stuff, and I told him, I was like, Thorgen's the guy that I would encourage you to potentially talk to. So I'll put that out there now. Bad Clams might need some help with some still. I don't know if you already got it figured out, but Thorgen, you were the one that I recommended. I was like, he's the dude that might be able to help. Elevated, you made it. Right on, my friend. I hope you're having a great day and a good night. Thank you so much for being here.
I don't know what she lost, but she won't get it back by annoying us.
Yeah, I think I'm caught up there. So, we spent 25K. We got like 60K left that we're gonna spend, right? First stop, especially to show off by Aurelianus. The gang is all here. One of my absolute favorites. It's probably top 5 for me. So it's somewhere in that 4th or 5th spot. Favorite mods in the game. We got the Adoring Fan with us already. Check that out. There's some of Zone's Crowd Overhaul, Replacer mod, Chick wearing a bag. But I don't like this dude. We ain't about to get this dude. Gideon? I don't got a good reason. I really don't got a good reason. I just don't like this dude. I don't know.
What's wrong with Gideon Acre?
He's got perks I don't care about, and like, I don't know. Like, he just... he's an NPC. I get it. He doesn't have a vibe, but the vibe that he has.
A good day to drop by.
Just not a
Bartender's
fan of.
making them strong today.
I love this dude. I'm not even about to spoil. And let me get to an actual bigger screen here. I apologize, everybody. You don't need to see me as big. Brit's probably worth seeing bigger than me, but let's go to a game stream. There we go. But this dude, I won't spoil anything about his story. I'll spoil it kind of because I don't know enough about it to be definitive. I'm pretty sure he's like a spy or like undercover for one of the agencies in New Atlantis. I can't remember.
His eyes look kind of spyish.
Right, and he's got that smirk, right? But the dude is great with long weapons, ranged weapons, and sharpshooting. You see up in his top right corner his skills: sharpshooting, sniper certification, marksmanship. Do you know, do I like to run in guns blazing, or do I like to sit as far back as possible and take out my enemies?
Sit as far back as possible.
A1. And this dude does that with me, and he does it exceptionally well, in my opinion. So, let's see. We're going to say...
I'd rather
Sorry,
keep that to
didn't mean to
myself.
pry.
he's a spy. We don't
I
need
can't
to tell him
stand
nothing,
snoopy
you know what
people.
I'm saying?
Seems like we have that in common. Personally, I'm here looking for work. I just quit my job as a weapon tester for Mass.
Why is the stream so small? Yeah, no, that's what I was talking about. Are you talking about how I had the game stream small? And yeah, you're right. That was me not being great at production skills just yet and keeping up the wrong screen. But I switched it over to the gameplay, so hopefully this helps and makes that bigger for you. Right on, Thorgen, for sure. Josh, I appreciate you being here, buddy. He said you can hear Gideon crying in the background if you listen carefully. I don't know. I'm sorry, Gideon, bro, but don't like bro. I don't know why. Thumbs up, bear. Right on.
Poor Gideon. I feel like he's getting...
Oh, Bad Clams. You don't like Simeon, bro? I love Simeon, dude. And you can put him in some of Zone's outfits, and he just looks like he looks bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like this dude.
Does Bad Claims like Gideon, then, if he doesn't like
Oh,
Simeon?
maybe he's defending Gideon.
Yeah.
Bad, you defending Gideon? To be fair,
I'm kind
Bad...
of wondering why Gideon's just getting, like,
Oh, to be
Should.
fair, he's like good for if you're into ships. And Bad Clams does have some great custom ship mods that are available on Creations. That if you are into custom ships, you absolutely should check out Bad Clams' work. Maybe that's it.
Well, I'll
He's
be
defending
damned.
the
What a
shippers,
coincidence.
and that's cool.
Working on a ship
I
sounds
come
perfect.
from writing
Hoping my next
general
job will get me out of the
fanfic.
city.
I always have to
your
emphasize
offer?
that disclaimer. General. It's not the shipping stuff. But now, anytime I hear shipping, because of writing general fanfic, I'm like scarred from that. But getting Simeon, pay almost 17 stacks. How does that sound? Hell yeah,
Sounds like a
because we
fair
got like
salary for your new
60K we
weapons
gotta
expert.
spend. So
I'll
there's a
take
good
it.
amount for a worth it dude. We got him on the frontier. We don't need to do all that. You can be based off the outpost.
I'll
But
head straight to my post
check
and get
this
to work.
out. Since we have the gang is all here, once dude gets out of his animation of standing up from the chair, we can talk
Got a
to
new
him and say, hey,
assignment for
wait,
me?
I'd like you to follow me
All
for
right.
a minute.
Let's get moving.
Normally, without the gang is all here, in the top right where it said Simeon is now following me, it would have also said that the adoring fan is going back to wherever I have him assigned. But again, Aurelianus, the gang is all here. We got both of these dudes now following us out in the field. This awkward dude, I already told Britt when we played through this the other day, this is your main, spoilers, this is your main, one of your main rivals for the main quest. It's your first opportunity that you can actually see them in the game, and you can have a little bit of banter about their outfit. Not really, looks like you're trying too hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can have fun with him. There's nothing else that'll come from it here. I don't know what makes them leave this spot. I think it's the first time you arrive at Aquila, but then there's other times I've gone to Aquila and it hasn't been until a couple times after that dude showed up. I guess again spoilers, because I love spoilers, so I state them flippantly. I'm sorry. Britt hates it so much, and I feel so bad because I'm the weird one. I'm in the minority. I love spoilers. I will read every single spoiler that I can about something that I'm interested in. If it's a movie, I'll read through the entire synopsis multiple times before I actually watch it. Like, I am cool with spoilers. So I talk about spoilers that way. Most people hate that. So I'm trying to get better about cautioning beforehand. Spoilers. I'm not always the best at foresight. Sometimes I'm too late. I apologize, but I won't talk about the hunter any more than saying it's a spoiler that he's a rival for you. This is your first chance that you get to see him. And you can have some fun banter with him.
Of course. Wait
You
a
know.
second.
Oh my god, Britt hates it so much. I'd be like, yeah, so I read about this episode. Don't tell me. Well, let me just tell you a little bit about it. No, stop!
Better stop here. I'm sure we'll see.
I'm bad at it. Alright, so in the bar, before we move on, we're not talking to the bartender yet because I'm not worried about picking up quests and making money.
Hello.
Gideon tried to trick me, then he moved to the other side of the bar thinking that I'd changed my stance. No. This is who we want. Marika? Marika? MB? Get out the way, Simeon.
The plants in this building are
Hey there.
really cool, by the way.
You look like the
Right?
planet
Super
hopping
pretty,
type.
aren't they?
Got any room on
She's
your
super
ship
awesome
for
though.
someone like
I love
me?
her. Again, look at her skills. Shotgun certification and ballistics. Both of those help us in the field. The particle beam is a ship perk, so that would help us if we assigned her to a ship. But
Aye,
the
aye,
reason I
Captain.
like the gang is all here
I
is
won't
again, I
overcharge
like
you.
in combat to
I'm
be
grateful
like
for
a
the offer.
controller. I like to
I've been
snipe
out
from
of
a
the job since I
distance. I
left
like
the
to
Three Star
control the
Rangers.
battlefield. I like to put people in the right positions. So that's what I look for in companions that I have mobbing with me. And if they meet the requirements that I'm looking for, the more the merrier. So if I got somebody like the Adoring Fan who just is ride or die and he's about it and he's beside me, and then I got Simeon who could come over here and take him from afar, and then I got MB who can pull out her shotty and take him out up close. Like we're building a competent tactical squad, which is what I want personally when using the gang is all here. I'm not even going to try to persuade her. We're trying to spend money. 14K. I like your attitude. You're
Yes.
hired.
I think we'll make a great team, huh?
Yeah. So then we got not on the frontier. We'll put her on the outpost too. And
Thanks for giving me a-
just like we did with Simeon, once she stands up, We can
Any
talk
news
to
to
her.
share?
I'd like you to
I'm
follow
ready to
me
go,
for a
Captain.
while. You see that she's following us. You see that nobody is no longer following us. And as we run out of the viewport, they're all coming with us. The gang is all here. I love this mod so much. We're gonna use it soon because we're gonna get with Sarah. She's gonna be mobbing with us. We could even grab Vasco if we wanted to have a robot with us. And we're all gonna go out to a space station so we can have some fun with some combat. That's definitely what's gonna go down. But first, we're still trying to spend credits. This is one of the shops that at night the normal NPC vendor is not there, but Ravioli, who is a custom robot added by the NPC shops and schedules, whatever mod, we can still get some goods from this robot right here, thankfully.
What a cool name.
Right, Ravioli. It's got the NASA logo on it. What are you talking about, bro? I don't have any secrets, but if I was in charge around here, I'd have you scrap for parts.
Good thing you do not work here.
You're right, good thing I don't work here. Show me what you got for sale.
I would not recommend it, unless you...
Okay, so... That ace sidearm's cool, but I don't want a little pistol. None of those suits or anything I want. Not that pack. None of that. There is a bunch of outfits. Okay, Contractor's Leatherwear. This is legendary. I don't know what mod that's from. I would imagine it's either 510 or it's Zone. It's one of the two. Oh shit. That's from Zone, I'm pretty sure. All those backpacks. I'd rather have a boost pack than a backpack. I'm not gonna lie. Backpacks are cool, but... Biologist Secure Wear. She's got the mask on. That I was about to say that looks dope. But I mean, it's cool. I'm not mad at it. What is this? It's got Vlad's tank top. That's definitely Vlad's tank top. You haven't met Vlad yet. You'll meet Vlad. That's definitely his tank top. A G hat. Oh, I think that's just because for alphabetizing or something. I don't know. Cliff, what's up, brother? I appreciate you being here. Right on for sure. Custom skills to the crew companions. How do you get that? That's got to be a mod for sure. Right, Bad said MB is one of his favorite companions. Dude, I love MB. She's great. Have I tried Liga? I have not. I have not tried Liga. It's another, for anybody who hasn't heard of it, I have heard of it. I'm aware of it. I know that it's another mod like The Gang Is All Here. It's another one where you can have a bunch of people following you around at the same time. Have I tried it? No. Is that fair to Liga or whatever? No. Is it entirely just because that I am absolutely satisfied with Aurelianus's The Gang Is All Here and it works exceptional for what I want from that sort of a feature or whatever? Yes. So it's kind of like I argue all the time. You could be a 10 out of 10 defense, but if I got an $11 shot, it's no slight against you. Liga might be 10 out of 10. It might be an 11 out of 10. I don't know. But for me, The Gang Is All Here is already an 11 out of 10. That's the only reason I haven't tried out another similar mod for like a collection of followers like that. But knowing that it works together, those two, Liga and The Gang Is All Here, that's kind of intriguing for sure. Josh, if I'm a fan of Doctor Who, bro, we both are. Absolutely. Definitely Doctor Who fans.
Definitely Whovians, for sure.
Turning Vasco human and then putting the Dalek suit on him? What? Oh no, you can get a Dalek Vasco? That's actually kind of dope though.
That's super cool.
Right, that is dope though. Cliff, man, I'm glad you finally caught it too, for sure, brother. I'm glad you're here. Thank you so much. I hope that you enjoyed the show, for sure. Right, Spark? It's literally, there's so many mods that I absolutely just love, and there's similar type mods that do very similar things to those mods, and it's no slight to those. It's just the ones that I like I'm already used to them, I know them, I really like them, and you don't have to fix what's not broken. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it works, it works. But anyway. on these tech braces, I do like these. It's on the arm thing right here. You had said about the watch the first time you saw it, the Constellation watch. You were like, is that like Starfield's Pip-Boy? And I said kinda on the screen, but not really. For aesthetic purposes, I think for me these remind me of Starfield's Pip-Boys. I'm pretty sure that's what Zone's intention was. Looking at them, they very much so look like Starfield Pip-Boys. But I really do like those tech sleeves. But like you were talking about, like, is 80K trying to spend that? Is it a lot? So like all that stuff right there, if you look on screen on that grid, the far two right columns, the second one in says value.
Mm-hmm.
That's how much it costs. 60 for a lot of these. You know what I'm saying?
So not super expensive for your budget.
No, like I think that the economy does a really good job, especially through the mods like Zone, his valuations and stuff like that on
Being
stuff.
realistic.
Yeah, I think it's fantastic. But when you're trying to spend 80K, it's just, I guess, like in real life, going to, you know, like Circle Center Mall downtown or something like that, being like, well, I got 80K. So unless I buy a whole bunch of really big stuff, I'm going to get a whole lot of really small stuff. I want to go to EIT. I think that's just like accessories here. Ooh, I'm not going to lie. I like this one.
That's pretty cool.
It's got assisted...
Posters, outerwear.
Right, and it's legendary. So the reason I say it's legendary, see on the right how it's yellow, how it's all yellow, but then it says legendary? It's because it has 3 effects. So where it says combat veteran, resource hauler, assisted carry, each one of those is a legendary effect. If it has 1 legendary effect, it's blue, and I think it's like rare or some shit. And then if it has 2, it's purple, if I recall correctly, and it's called something else. And then having 3 effects is what makes it legendary. So when I'm saying legendary effects, it's just basically saying it has 3 effects on that item. And it could be apparel, it could be spacesuits, helmets, boost packs, it could be the weapons themselves. Anything in those 4 categories, if it has 1, 2, or 3 legendary effects, that's what makes it colored blue, colored purple, or colored yellow. That's what gives it a better value, because it's an overall better piece of equipment because of those added features. And I kind of really like this one. 15% less damage from human enemies. Resources weigh 50% less. And you drain 95% less oxygen when running while encumbered. Those are all 3 crazy clutch.
It also looks super cool.
Right? It just looks super cool too. That's a great outfit right there. That's fair. Thorgen, talking about how you were saying maybe some work to get the 2 to function together. I want to try Lego because I've only heard good things about it. I have not heard anything negative about it. But I can't stress enough. Aurelianus, the 2 mods that I will always associate with them, Sit and Wait Anywhere and The Gang Is All Here, those 2 mods are so good and so clutch as utility mods, as actual, like, impactful, purposeful mechanics in the game. I love both of those mods. Right on for sure, Thorgen. Thorgen said he thinks it's cool how we're chilling together, enjoying the game, and streaming. 10 out of 10 life goal. Right on, for sure, brother. It is super fun, I'm not going to lie. Being able to have my wife, obviously, the love of my life, right next to me, playing the game that I enjoy so much. I'm happy for sure, and fortunate for sure.
Antibiotics.
You think we should get them?
I mean, you might need them.
All right, let's get some. We got money to spend. We do need to get food, for sure, because we need to eat. Our companions are going to have to eat. There is not a single food item in here that has really an abundance whatsoever. I'm not going to lie. We're still trying to spend like 28. We're about to just buy all this food. We're not going to buy the ship parts. They're crazy heavy. We don't need them right now.
So, like, when you have the food, does it show you, like, in the game? So you'd be, like, walking around with a random baguette throughout the game?
No.
Just, like, holding your baguette?
Modders, you hear that? Great idea, being able to walk around with food in your hands. Somebody should make that mod, make it 100 credits and get paid. That's all I'm saying. Somebody just got super mad and turned off the stream when I said that. I know they did. Oh, this dude's champion paid mods. They ruined the game. Sorry. We're not getting any of these notes. I don't love trash paid mods. Don't waste your money on trash paid mods. I don't walk into the dollar store and just buy whatever I see because it's only $1. You know what I'm saying? Like, just pay attention to what you're doing. Do some research. And there's so many mods that are not that expensive that add so much value and enjoyment to the game. Worth it. Don't waste your money on dumb mods. There's tons of dumb paid mods. I'll call them out if I see them. You won't hear me talk about them because I ain't about to pay for them and use them. So, like, I love paid mods. Bro, yes, baguette in hand, food in hand. I'm telling you, dude, somebody make that mod. People would download that. I'm not even playing.
I just want to see it with the baguette.
Custom companion skills in the NPC enhancer gun. Right on. I have not used the custom companion skills. I haven't used the NPC enhancer gun, but I've downloaded it before. It's like I've had it in a load order before. I just hadn't used it. I definitely need to, though. I mean, I definitely could. I can see the fun in it. I won't say definitively I need to, but like I can see the fun. It's a gun literally that you can shoot any of these NPCs, and it'll take you basically into the character creation screen, and then you can customize those characters however you see fit.
For me, that would be super fun.
It'd be pretty cool. I ain't even mad at that. Stream seems super smooth tonight. Did we wire something? No, but that is clutch. I'm not even gonna lie. I meant to tell Britt before we started, and then I didn't. If this studio mic didn't work, and Rhodes also makes, they got it, it's like, I'm not even gonna go into work mode. It's like $150, and it gives you 2 like Bluetooth lapel clips with like a little USB-C thing that you can plug into the source you're recording to. If this studio mic, Rhodes studio mic, USB mini, it's like $100. But if this didn't work, then I was gonna exchange it for those lapel buddies, and then we would have been clipped up with a little lapel mic or whatever to see how that went. But that's great news. I can't wait to watch the hear back and listen to it myself. But if this studio mic is actually clearly picking up both of us, that would be clutch. Because we tested with the headset on the other day when we were both out here, and on the test, both of us were picked up through the mic on the headset, no issue. But then when we watched the stream back on the playback, she was super quiet. It was not picking her up the same. So hopefully the studio mic is fixing that and everything is good. But on the game here, let me check real quick. He said baguette in hand sounds a little sus. I'm not mad at that. Somebody order this foot long. Thor just said I champion free mods, but I 100% believe that paid mods are totally valid as long as they're solid. I'm with you 1,000. Amen. For sure. I would much rather talk about free mods that are more accessible. I don't want to spend money necessarily. I don't got money like that. But I will never ever join the camp of the people who just blanket say paid mods are bad and they ruin the game, and Bethesda's lazy and puts out an incomplete game hoping that modders are going to finish the game. No, Bethesda put out the game that they intended to put out. Modders made it better. You can't, those can both coexist at the same time. It's not that modders are only great because they finished the work that wasn't finished. BS. The work was finished, updates will come, DLCs will happen, but the shit that we're playing is what they made. Modders took it to another level on their own because that's what they do. Those both coexist simultaneously. It's not one thing caused the other to be ruined or cause shortcuts to be made and blah blah blah. To me, that cheapens the creativity of the mod authors. You're saying, oh yeah, that brilliant idea that you had that you executed flawlessly and improved the game experience for thousands of people. You didn't really do that shit. It was just that the game set it up for you and they didn't finish it because they were lazy and they wanted you to do it for them. F out of here with that. That's disrespectful in my opinion. That's why I get so adamant saying I love paid mods. I'll champion paid mods. They did nothing to ruin the game. Because some people are just ignorant and be running their mouth without even understanding what they're saying and how ignorant what they're saying actually is. And me being a creative, I take that personally and I feel like you're disrespecting those modders when you're saying that they just finished the game. F out of here with that.
Especially because I've been asking, like,
I'm
how
sure we can
time
find something that
consuming
suits you.
are mods? How long does it take to create some of the mods that you're showing?
Bro, it's still ongoing. Like, some people put out mods months ago and are still updating them to today. Ghost, I'm gonna shout you out. Xenomaster's been the same Xenomaster since creations were available. My man just put out another update for that mod. So that's not somebody taking the game and finishing something that Bethesda was too lazy to do. F out of here. That is a brilliant creator that is consistently maintaining their creation to make sure that it stays at an exceptional level. That's what that is. And side note, if you hear the racetrack in the back, again, you guys already know I'm in Indianapolis. Last weekend was the largest spectacle in sports in the world with the Indianapolis 500. We're a racing place. We live literally 3 minutes walking from the county fair, which has a derby track or whatever. We hear the vroom vroom. I'm assuming with the studio mic that you guys might as well. I hope it's not super annoying. Definitely let us know if it is annoying, distracting, whatever. I can't do nothing about it except stop streaming, but like I do recognize it. I don't want to just not recognize the fact that I know at least we can hear the racing going on. Let's see here. Right, Elvid, I agree with Thorch on that as well. Bro, Thor, that's my main thing right there. And it should be up to the community to decide individually if they want to support a mod author. And that's what I hate about it, when people just get on the internet and they're like, oh, boo all paid mods, don't ever support it. You're literally taking money from those creators who are giving you enjoyment further from what you had to start. That's insane to me. People definitely have a sense of entitlement. I work in retail customer service. I deal with that all day, every day. I was dealing with that earlier today. And today was a Pokemon release day, so anybody in here that loves them some Pokemon cards, blah, 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 I get, they're valuable. You about to make you some money and stuff. But bro, when I see that no kids got any of these brand new Pokemon cards, none. Clearly, all people not buying these Pokemon cards for their own personal collection. Bro, you're missing the plot. You're missing the plot entirely. And it's sad to me. It's entitlement is what it is. Bro, don't support the cash grabs. For sure. That is not at all what I'm saying. Don't support the cash grabs. I know you know what I'm saying for sure, but definitely support the people that are putting in the work that's worth it. Bad Clams, right on for sure, brother. I appreciate you. No, agreed. Bethesda should police it better. Spark makes the point that Bethesda should police better. What he's talking about is people that make paid mods that they're just crap, trash mods, and those are cash grabs. They're literally just trying to see if some suckers are about to spend some credits to get this trash mod, and haha, I'm laughing to the bank that I got like 30-40%. I don't know what they get or whatever. I'm not a verified creator. Nobody's told me their numbers. I don't know what their split is. I guarantee you it's not more than 60%. So these people doing these cash grabs, are they trying to get a quick penny at the user's expense? Yes. Is it up to Bethesda to police it better? No. I disagree with that, and I'll tell you why I disagree with that, because then that makes them the entire judge and gatekeeper for all of the mods. So an argument would initially be Bethesda is allowing too many people in the building. They need to be more restrictive on who they allow in the building. But then when nobody's in the building, the argument's going to be, oh, well, Bethesda's gatekeeping. They only let Tommy in the building because they know Tommy, but they didn't let Britt in the building, and it's just because they didn't know Britt. It's a slippery slope. You know what I'm saying? It's a slippery slope saying that Bethesda should police more. I think as long as the mod does not violate Like the very clear guidelines, to my understanding, language, content, like if it's like adult content versus general content, whatever, don't violate those, sure. But if it's a broken trash mod that adds nothing to the game and you spend 100 credits on it, that's not Bethesda's fault. In my opinion. I'm sorry, but in my opinion, that's not Bethesda's fault. No, I'm getting on a soapbox. I'm sorry. I try not to get preachy and get on soapboxes, but it's in my nature sometimes, and I'm sorry. Bro, and see, Bad Claims brings up another point, too, talking about their creation. I do think Bethesda gatekeeps on this, which I do think is BS. I do think Bad Clams puts out the quality of work that should be verified. I do think 510 Deshaun puts out the quality of work that he should be verified. I do think that's BS, that prolific mod authors who do exceptionally well, who do not violate community standards, and who actually bring something to the table when it comes to providing something of substance for the community. I do think that's BS. That's a whole other soapbox for me. That's not about paid mods versus not, or Bethesda being more restrictive on what paid mods they allowed. Now we're talking about a whole separate thing. In my mind, when you're talking about the verified creator status, that to me, I don't understand. I don't understand, because I don't understand how somebody like Bad Clams and how somebody like 510, the positivity they bring to the community, the work they bring to the community, the level of execution that they bring to the community, I don't understand how that would not be rewarded. I really don't. So I'm with you on that, Bad Clams, 1,000%. I'm trying to read through the chat. There was a whole lot of flurry. I'm sorry. Give me a second. Nico, I appreciate you being here, my friend. Right on for sure. Bro, and I love it. See, that's what I'm talking about too. So big companies look at small creators and pluck that talent whenever it shines so bright that they can't ignore it. Just like Nico said in the chat, Fallout 4, there were modders Bethesda took up. I'll never forget, it was one of the Marvel movies back in Phase 1, I think it was Marvel, where there was some CGI that wasn't great, and then there was like a YouTube user who like did their own CGI, updated it. Maybe it was Star Wars. This might have been Star Wars, not Marvel. It might have been Star Wars. But then they literally hired dude. You know what I'm saying? Like they saw his stuff on YouTube, saw how good it was, and was like, bro, we want to pay you. You know what I'm saying? You're stunting on us right now and calling us out for it, literally putting us to shame. I'm not getting mad and saying cease and desist and blah, 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 blah. I'm saying, dude, you're talented. I want to pay you to do that for me. That's what bigger companies do every day to smaller creators. And again, gatekeeping an opportunity for a smaller creator to have that opportunity, that's insane to me. I'm not okay with that. X2357, happy Friday to you as well. I appreciate you being here. X2357, I showed you the mod about the content appreciation, or the content creator appreciation hats.
Ball caps, yeah.
Yeah, that's by X2357. That mod will forever be special to me. They have, I was embarrassed, to be fair, when I looked at X's mod page. I'm talking like probably, correct me if I'm wrong, it's like 20 plus different skins for the game. Make your weapons look better, make other things look better. Like, X is prolific for a category of mods that I just don't have too much experience with personally. I'm going to change that. And again, the honor of X even thinking about me when making that mod, let alone including me, I will forever stop and take a second and point that out. That was an honor, and I'm very thankful for that opportunity. Thank you, brother. Or sister. I don't think we've ever interacted. I don't know. I use brother as a general term, so I apologize.
Very Hulk Hogan of you. It's very Hulk Hogan of you.
Hulk Hogan?
Yeah, brother.
Oh, fair. Brother. To go back to my WWF days. WWE, get the F out. So I agree. I don't like the idea that achievement-friendly mods are paywalled. I don't think that's cool. I think, and that's not about the creators that are putting the pay on that. That's about the way that the creations are set up. Because to my understanding, a free mod cannot be achievement-friendly. It has to be paid, to my understanding, to be achievement-friendly. And I think that's insane. But again, to be fair, you guys know, me personally, I just don't care about achievements for myself personally at all. But I know that a lot of people really do care about achievements, obviously. So having achievement-friendly versions of paid mods be paywalled is not cool. I can understand that. I came over here to Centurion Arsenal just to get back to the game real quick, and I'll catch back up in the chat. But there is no weapons that I want to buy from there that are going to help us out. Nothing that's going to be better for any of our companions than what they already have. So we're going to leave here. We're going to go to CJ's grocery store. Oh, dude, Bad Clams, it's definitely, for sure, an NDA on the split. It's 1,000% an NDA. And I guarantee you that somebody's probably mentioned it somewhere, got called out, that statement got removed, and they got kicked out of the program. Guarantee, I'm not even thinking of anybody on this hypothetical. I guarantee you that's happened at some point, because that's what I would do if I was Bethesda. So I guarantee you that's what it is. And again, I guarantee you, at best, probably 60%. That's why anytime I talk about Xenomaster, I have a special screen that I put up with Ghost Rider's Ko-fi link directly on it. That's why I was saying earlier, I don't care if y'all leave the stream for a second to check out Bad Clam's channel so you can grab a hoodie from him real quick and then come on back. You know what I'm saying? Get your money, and I'm going to help you get your money. If you're cool with me and I respect your work, I will help you get your money. And I'll point people to that link, and they can take time away from me to go give you what you deserve.
Happy to serve.
Because even if you were a verified creator, getting your portion of those credits and the money that comes from it, you could be getting so much more money directly from the people that want to support you directly.
The hoodie's also super soft.
Right?
I've definitely worn the hoodie. Super soft.
It's a fantastic hoodie. I'm gonna get me another one. Like
I need one so I can stop wearing yours.
There we go. See? So literally, Bad Clams didn't pay me shit for this. By the way, just so you know, I'm genuinely being for real. Go buy his stuff. Like, it's legit. I wear it. You've seen me wear it before. I'm not just telling you that.
I just steal clothes and it's very soft.
I ain't mad at that. So we're at CJ's real quick. We got a couple of 8 items. He's going to have way more food for us and way more drinks. We're just getting it all. Because we'll need it. Our crew's going to need it. Because we use the Crew Eats 2 mod every 30 minutes. Because I haven't changed. I need to change the settings. I haven't changed any of our gameplay settings yet. To make some things. And like sustenance isn't bothering us yet because I haven't turned it on. But we're going to need to satiate ourselves every like 30 minutes in real life. And our crew, unless we adjust it up to an hour, is going to also need to eat every 30 minutes. And if you're hungry, you have debuffs. If you're thirsty, you have debuffs. So it's important that you and your crew with the Crew Eats Food mod, it's important that everybody stays satiated. No, agreed on that, Elevate. But that's where I think there should be a community option. I know that it can be abused, and bro, it is what it is. It's just like dislike videos on video platforms and thumbs down and stuff like that. Like, yes, it can be manipulated, abused, taken advantage of. People can get troll farmed and blah, 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 blah. But there needs to be some sort of community feedback option where people can say, this is broken and it's taking advantage of members. To be fair, I think those are two separate complaints. If a mod is paid but broken, it's not necessarily taking advantage, it's just broken. It could be fixed depending on the creator. If it's not, then maybe it's taking advantage, but it's just broken. There are clearly mods, though, that are paid mods that add nothing of value, and those are meant to take advantage of people not knowing what they're spending their credits on. And I think that if that can get flagged in a way that can be validated, and it's not just people saying this mod's not good enough, but actually showing this mod is hurting the community, that I think there should be some sort of mechanism to report that, to track that, and when a certain threshold is met, an investigation is launched, and based on that investigation, if it's very clear this person is putting out trash to take advantage of users, they should be removed from the platform. I think that's 1,000% valid. I also, again, though, go back to, I don't understand the verified creator program, because I'll see verified mod authors that I've never effing heard of and never used their mods and never came across their mods, but somehow they got that check and they can offer out a paid mod. But then you got people like my homie Bad Clams and 510 Deshaun that don't got the VC program, they don't got the check, they can't make paid mods. But they have like 40 times the amount of mods at way better verifiable quality. So that's my biggest problem with paid mods is the verified creators. I don't understand how some people are allowed to make paid mods when they have no track record of making anything of value, and then other people who do have track record of making things of value are denied entry into that program. I just noticed I keep kind of like leaning forward and like cutting you off. I'm about to slide that over a little bit.
Oh no, you're fine.
Let me see here. Nico. Oh, dude, I could definitely stream through and just call out mods, but again, I don't want to do that because then I don't want my focus on this channel to ever be like flaming, roasting. That's why I feel kind of bad getting on these soapboxes right now. I feel like it's getting kind of negative at times, and I'm talking down on or bad about. That's not what I'm trying to do. That's not what I'm about. That's the only reason that you won't see me go through and review a bunch of trash mods. I'm not about to talk about them. It's the only reason that why, like, when I'm scrolling through the creations page, sometimes I'll stop on one and move on. Like, I want to say, bro, this is kind of trash, but I don't. I'd rather focus and use the energy for those words on something that I could build up, as opposed to highlighting something that I don't think is worth it. So a good rule of thumb, if Tommy's never talked about this mod, and if you say, hey, check it out, and Tommy's like, we'll see, it's not worth it. That's my nice way of saying, bro, it's trash. Oh, for sure there's NDAs. I know there's NDAs. There's so many mod authors that have not gotten noticed. And it's because they get buried out by a bunch of trash and spam. I do agree with that. I think all of those ideas can coexist at the same time. Hey, Chicken! Right on for seeing you in the chat. I don't know why. I really like your name. It made me happy when I just saw a name Chicken, so that's super cool. Small creators are carrying Bethesda. You've heard me say before, anybody watches this channel, the game with mods versus without mods, not the same. The game without mods, great. It's a great game. The game with mods, my favorite game. Hands down. Period. For my play tastes and sensibilities, what I enjoy doing in video games, this game is as close to perfect with mods as any game that I've ever played in my life. There's no sports. So Madden, college football, those will always be super special to me because they're in a separate category. But for building, first-person shooter, role-play adventures, all wound into one package, up into one ball, this game does it better than any other game, for me personally, that I've played for sure. And it's because of the experience that the mods bring to the game for me. Pro X has 60 plus. Oh my god, you're making me feel like a POS, dude, because I need to get into skin mods. I know you do more than just skin mods. I know you do, but you know as well as I do, a vast majority of your mods are skin mods. They look fantastic. I know, I bet you that they work fantastic. Your appreciation hats mod is flawless in its execution. So I know your quality of work on all 60 of those, without a doubt, is top tier for sure. I need to experience more for myself. Bro, right on, Thornton. Right, dude, there's so many people in here right now. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Thank you for sure for not just being here, but for chiming in the chat and giving me some fun stuff to talk about, some good content, insight of your own. Right on. It's literally taken me away from the game, and we've been doing it for almost 50 minutes so far, but I love it. I wouldn't want it any other way. Larry, I appreciate you being here. What's up to you as well, my friend? Thank you.
You come in and buy something, but like faster than this.
He said exit running over 100 right now. Bro, Larry doing a Varoom playthrough? Hell yeah. If you're into outpost building, bro, definitely get Something Wicked. Their Wicked Workshop set, if you don't already have it, their their last one that they did in that cluster is called Shattered Space, and it's literally all basically dedicated to Varoom themed aesthetic building, right? So fortifications, walls, structures, all that, even desks, mission boards, fuel trucks, bunch of stuff. If you're into outpost building and you're doing a Varoom playthrough, you absolutely need the Shattered Space
Take your time,
Wicked Workshop mod. It's the 5th or the 6th that Something Wicked did, and it's super clutch. Oh, bro, you just said you're watching my Outpost video. You're about to get started on it. Bro, please tell me that in your mods you got Something Wicked's Wicked Workshop set. Because, again, Shattered Space, bro, if you're doing a Varoom playthrough, it's literally all Varoom-themed pieces for outpost building, for sure. You said you got into the mod program because you already had a bunch. So to be fair, I think that's how a lot of people did too. Like right away, like some of the original. But to be fair, I didn't know a bunch of modders yet. Whenever I first started getting into modding, I didn't know a bunch of names. It was all brand new to me. I didn't even realize until after the fact. And I've been playing Fallout 4 with mods for like 2-3 months before I jumped back to Starfield mods. And then I started realizing as I went back to Fallout 4, oh man, a lot of these same people that I like in Starfield, they was making mods for Fallout 4. That's crazy. So I think that has something to do with it too for the Verified Creator Program, is if you have any sort of longevity or history or anything like that, especially from other games, I would imagine that that would help. But I have no idea. I've never talked to anybody at Bethesda, and I've never asked any verified creators. Obviously, I've talked about the 2 mods with Old Bard and with Ghost Rider that we're working on, and so obviously I have a lot of direct conversations about making mods with verified creators, but that's none of my business. You know what I'm saying? I've literally never once asked either of them how that works, what the split is, blah, 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 blah. It's none of my business. I feel like I would be being disrespectful if I asked them that, because it's none of my business, and they've never volunteered the information, so I have no inside information on how any of that stuff works or how Bethesda sets their stuff up or anything like that. I don't know. I have no idea. We're right on Thursday. I'm having fun with this conversation for sure. It's definitely been an enjoyable one. This is the type of stuff that I like talking about, so I'm good with it. Bro, Cliff, that's what I'm talking about. I literally said it in the other video. I said, you do have suckers like me who don't care about spending $1 on a trash mod and then telling you guys, hey, I spent $1 on it. If I was you, I probably wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't get the vitriol that paid mods get from people online en masse. It's like, bro, there's people like me that'll tell you if it's worth it. Read the mod description and look at the pictures. If you have like a small amount of common sense, on a lot of these you'll be able to tell right away, probably not worth it. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you do got people like me that is trying to help save you time and money and from frustration. Just don't forget to subscribe to the channel, so that way every time there's a new video you can check it out and see what I think, right? Bro, Barry, you never played Vanilla Starfield? I have, from launch, but I had never played Vanilla Fallout until
you good?
3 months into the first time I ever played Fallout. To be fair, I just started playing Fallout like 6 months ago, 7 months ago, something like that. Like, I'd never played any Bethesda game before Starfield. But yeah, it took me a minute from the first time I clicked on Fallout 4 to try it out. It took me a couple months before I ever tried Fallout without mods.
You can always use the business.
We're done at CJ. I don't know why I was standing on the counter at CJ's. Oh, heck yeah, Larry, you already know. If I know of any other Varoom type mods, I'll let you know. The only one that I can think of off the top of my head is the Shattered Space Wicked Workshop mod from Something Wicked 3. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know who he is. There was a dude in Something Wicked's Discord named, I think, Cal Varoon. who I think was the a big driving force in that mod specifically, and getting a lot of those pieces made. I think that they're a content creator as well. I mean, none of this like underhanded or anything. They seemed really cool in their chats and stuff like that. I never had any like direct interactions with them, but they were, and that's when that mod came to be.
Assuredly walk out. Welcome to Reliant. If you're in need of medical assistance or require supplies, I am sure we can
What does he have for sale? I don't know who we're talking about, but I got stuff for sale. Bad Clams has stuff for sale.
He was talking about the prompt for Simeon, I believe.
For Simeon?
Because back then it was asking for you to tell him what you had for sale. That was a couple prompts back. He was talking. I believe that's what he was talking about.
Okay, so it could have been something bad. I don't know what you're talking about, bro. You're gonna have to let me know. I'm fried. I have like multiple concussions playing football growing up, and then a decade and a half irresponsible / fun decision making. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I just don't know. I can't figure it out. Cliff, brother, I appreciate you. Legitimately, thank you. Oh, Crimson absolutely is a fantastic mod reviewer. I watch Crimson Flyboy and Sin Killer. I love both of their mod reviews for Starfield. I'm not even gonna front and act like they're not huge inspirations for me when I started making the videos on this channel. If you go back to like my art content and stuff like that, absolutely not the same style as the majority of the videos that I made for Starfield. They were actually just Let's Play style videos, which I know, you know, there's a whole conversation in 2025 on if Let's Play videos are popular, worth it, valuable, noticeable, anything like that. I get that. But the main thing I took from people like Crimson Flyboy and Sin Killer is I was like, man, I really love not just watching them play the game, but like watching them talk about the mods and seeing how cool a bunch of these mods are. And both of them are absolutely inspirations for the types of videos that I decided that I too wanted to try to make. Not as a form of imitation, but at the same time, imitation is one of the most sincerest forms of flattery. I enjoyed and respect, and still enjoy and respect, their commentary, their content, their style, and yeah, I encourage everybody. I think both of them, if you go to my YouTube channel, on the home channel or whatever, I have a section that shows off other creators. I'm pretty sure that I even have them listed there as a way to encourage people to find them easier. I don't know why it's not letting me... Oh, because I haven't adjusted the setting yet. One setting we're going to do real quick because we're over encumbered. And since we're going to be in the settings, we're just going to do it real quick. Is I do allow, so I do extreme for enemy damage. I do very easy for mine. I keep both of these normal. I make the ammo have weight. Carry capacity I keep normal. This cargo access I do anywhere. I don't care if it's a cheat. I'm taking a -6% XP. If I'm looting out at a POI and I got like 200 weight worth of stuff on me, I don't want to slow walk. I don't want to do this, that, drop stuff, blah blah blah. Just let me send it all to my cargo and then move on. I don't care. To me, that doesn't hurt my immersion personally. Vendor credits, I am going to increase. Medical item healing, I like slow. Food healing, sleep healing, we're going to keep normal. Sleep, sometimes I do location limited, but we'll just keep it normal. That's fine. Sustenance, we want positive and negative, so we get buffs and debuffs for either being full or being hungry. Normal, normal, normal. Aim assist, we'll keep normal. Useful Briggs stuff, normal. All this, normal. Crew eats food, I'm going to push up to every 50 minutes. All this we're going to keep. The bank stuff we're going to keep. Oxygen we're going to keep. The bedlam stuff we're going to keep. All the Xeno stuff. So this is kind of funny. Okay, so this is kind of funny. One day I'm going to do a hardcore style playthrough. But so I keep this at off. So that way our Xenopets might kneel when they've taken too much damage, but we can just go up to them and heal them, no big deal. Normal I'm not mad at either. It does mean that your Xenopets can get knocked out if their health gets too low, and they'll automatically get recalled back to your Xenobox, and then you just have to use medical packs, trauma packs, or emergency kits to heal them to be able to send them back out. I'm gonna do, I think it's pronounced Nuzlocke, I don't know. I'm gonna do that one time, and it's gonna be devastatingly sad, but at the same time, it's gonna probably be funny for my sense of humor. But your Xenopets, as you can see on screen, can die in combat, automatically releasing them. And if they're released, I would assume that they're going to be aggressive towards you, so you're going to have to actually put them down yourself, is the way I interpret that. That might not be the case, but that's the way it makes sense to me how the mechanics in the game would work. So not only do you get the shame of allowing your caught Xeno companion to, quote, die, but then, so you don't have to take any damage yourself, you're probably going to have to be the one that mechanically actually kills them, like if they attack you. That might not be the case, they might just flee off, I don't know, but that's the way I see it, and that is hilarious to me. I'm not using it right now, but one day we'll do a hardcore playthrough, and we'll do that for sure. Oh yeah, no, Backlight. Okay, yeah, that was CJ. That was CJ from the grocery store. That was definitely CJ.
That misspoke, but that's what I thought he was talking
Yeah.
about. That's why I chuckled.
Yeah, that was CJ for sure. You didn't even know that. Bro, so Larry, that's actually super clutch. So were you playing Skyrim on PC or on console? Because I'm interested in Skyrim, and it's on Game Pass, but I don't know if creations are available for it on Game Pass, and I really would just want to play it with creations. I don't know if it has creations or not on Game Pass. But literally the first game I played ever with mods was SimCity 4 and Simtropolis. I had gigabytes, so many gigabytes worth of mods downloaded for SimCity 4. But that's literally like the only game ever in my life that I played with mods until Fallout. So I played Starfield first. It got kind of stale after a couple months, and my buddy, RIP, Bailey, he told me that he was a huge Fallout fan. He was one of those dudes that was a New Vegas fanboy all the way, and Bethesda's evil because they don't love New Vegas, and I ain't even going to watch the show because it's probably not going to acknowledge New Vegas. Like, he was one of those cats, you know what I'm saying? But he told me, with how you like to build, Tommy, you should really try Fallout 4. I think you'd really like it. I think you'd enjoy it. And it's got mods, and it makes it better. And I was like, can you get the mods on Xbox? And he was like, yeah, you can. I was like, oh yeah, I'll try it out then. So I left Starfield, played Fallout 4 for like 2-3 months until the creations launched for Starfield. And then everybody knows this story now. That's when I went back to Starfield, found Xenomaster and Bard's Outpost Recruitment Beacon, and I was like, alright, you know what? These are the two biggest things that the game didn't have for me that I wanted. Now I'm back with Starfield, and everything else is just going to be the sprinkles on the icing on the cupcake, you know what I'm saying? Bro, Nico, you had like 500 mods for Skyrim? That's wild. I want to try Skyrim though. I've heard that it's awesome. It looks awesome. The Oblivion remake looks really cool. I've never played any of those. Morrowind, never played that. I need to check them out at some point. That's fair. So that's a big thing too with me and Ark nowadays. When I watch about like Ark Survival Ascended, there's so many mods out there, and I have zero. Well, I have like a 1 out of 1,000 for experience, worth of experience looking at the mods for ASA. I've only played ASA for like an hour once. The mods were really overwhelming to me. I could not find anything that looked like it was worth it to me. I couldn't find like anything free. Basically everything was paid for ASA, at least for what I could find. So that's how I feel now when I watch Ark streamers that I love watching. Songbird, Roz Clark, you know, there's so many people that I've interacted with directly that I still watch their videos to this day because they're still playing Ark too. but I do feel really lost a lot of times. I'm like, I don't even know how they got that. The time I tried to play ASA, I couldn't figure that out. There's on console then PC. I need to get a PC one day. Bad, he said Fallout 3 is the best, bro. Bailey, RIP, he's rolling in his grave right now. Just hear me say that word, that Fallout 3 is #1. I don't have any vested interest. I've watched Bad Clams play through Fallout 3. I don't know anything about New Vegas or anything else like that. X said his Skyrim load order is 1,700 mods. What? Oh my god. See, I loved watching you play Fallout 3, Bad, for sure. I need to play it myself. My biggest thing with Fallout, though, I'm not gonna lie, is the building. That's it. I love the building, the settlement building, recruiting the settlers. That is what I love with Fallout 4. It is only in Fallout 4, which is why I haven't tried any of the other ones, and that's why I think I can't get into 76, is I just don't like not being able to build an actual settlement store and then recruit people to it. That's why Bar's Outpost Recruitment Beacon is such a huge deal for me, because that's what I want with my outposts. I don't like building outposts just for me. I want to build outposts not just for me and my companions, but I want to try to give people some sort of hope in the world that this is an up and coming place that's open to people wanting to contribute. They can come and contribute and help build something special. That's what I like doing with my outposts in my head. So that's why like Bar's Outpost Recruitment Beacon is so huge to me. We're gonna take a break here in a second as a little break point. We're just gonna put it on a break screen. I wanna try to catch up real quick here. Thorgen, bro, your Starfield playthrough had up to 400 mods. Skyrim 1200. I'm so envious. I need to get a PC. I need a PC so bad. See, I want to play New Vegas, especially since I mentioned the show. Looks like from spoilers, like I disclaimed earlier, spoilers. Everything I've seen about the new season of the Fallout show, though, heavy New Vegas. Tons of stuff from New Vegas. I so wish Bailey was still alive, just so that I can taunt him and be like, bro, you swore up and down the show was gonna act like New Vegas never existed, blah blah blah. Literally the entirety of season 2 is probably gonna be based entirely within the lore of New Vegas. From the little teases and set photos and stuff, I could be way wrong, you know what I'm saying, but I wish he was alive just so I could taunt him for that right there. Lore Rim, what is that? I don't know what that is. Bro, Fallout 4's building is exceptional. I love it still to this day. Except for people that build floating structures. Do not do that. Do not build floating structures. Do not build buildings that cover up like an entire cul-de-sac and they only have one ground point that's a single beam that's off in some random corner and you're showing it on Reddit, super proud of yourself. Do not be that guy. None of you guys. Do not be that guy. I will judge you so hardcore. I do not like floating structures. I don't know why. It almost genuinely makes me mad when I see it. Like, I do not like it. I do not like floating structures. I do not like it. I'm sorry. It's a weird tick. Fallout 4 playthrough, Thorgen, I hope you do. And I need to get back to mine. I haven't played Fallout on the MathB Gaming channel in like 2 months. I definitely need to get back to Fallout at some point soon. I love Fallout. But we are at about an hour of play. We've got all of our settings set. I'll talk about the little red dots in the center of the screen. And then at this point, we finally spent enough credits. Look at that, 3,500. Yay! We spent like 83,000 credits. 93,000 credits, because I think we had 96,000. But we spent all the credits that we needed to, and we'll talk about the red dots. That just means we're hungry and thirsty, right? Since we turned on the sustenance, we see that we're malnourished, which is giving us bad side effects. We see that we're dehydrated. That's giving us bad side effects. Dehydration's also the transition spoiler that I'm going to use before I click the break screen. But we're going to go down, not to aid. Where's my consumables? Oh, I put it all on the ship. Wait a minute, I literally just put it all on the ship, so... It's like, where did it go? I don't know, we'll just get us a sandwich and a little cola. So now when we go into our consumables and our inventory, we'll eat a sandwich, we'll wash it down with the cola. Up in the top right, you're now fed, you are now hydrated. Now those red dots are green, and when we look at the status, we're both hydrated and fed for the next 30 minutes. So instead of giving us those buff or debuffs in those 3 categories, we actually get a buff in those 3 categories. So again, it's important to stay hydrated and to stay fed. You take penalties if you're hungry and if you're thirsty. And like I said, that's our transition for our break. If you're thirsty, go ahead and grab something to drink, stretch your legs, get you a snack, whatever. Doesn't matter. But either way, I'm going to put up a break screen. All you're going to see is this in a smaller window saying we'll be right back. But we'll be right back. All right, we are back. What's up, everybody? I hope you stretched your legs, got something to eat or drink, did whatever you had to do. Just to let you know, we'll probably go till around 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. That's in like 33 minutes. I want to do something, though, that we keep talking about over the past couple streams. We're going to finally get with Sarah, start the first quest for Constellation, and I'm going to show you the easiest way to speed run that quest. It's super quick and easy if you know where you're going to get the artifact, get it back to Constellation. Catching up on the chat real quick. Tennessee, I'm glad you returned home for sure, brother. Right on, just in time to see the end. We finally spent the like 80k plus credits we had to get me to a reasonable level. I know that my little webcam screen is blocking the lower left corner. I'll read it to you. I promise it's credits. You read it, babe. They'll trust you more than me.
Modified calendar.
No, the credits.
Oh, 3,575. Why do I think you're reading what kept it?
Yeah. Oh no, you're good. The 3,500 though, right? So we got us down to a respectable amount of starting credits, and we didn't really buy anything more than food. We bought a crap ton of food, but we should be good on food for a while. And we're gonna go talk to Sarah. We have with us MB, Simeon, and the Adoring Fan. I wish that we could name dude, so that way he had an actual name. I feel like that's part of the reason people don't like him, because he doesn't have a name. You know what I'm saying? Like, they can't relate to him or identify him specifically. I think that's why he gets that's part of why he gets a bad rap. I love the Adoring Fan. We haven't
He
talked.
reminds me of someone who would be on the movie Shrek. I don't know why. He reminds
You think?
me. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but it just makes me think of Shrek.
He's Starfield's donkey.
It's not donkey. It's just like a.
That's fair. Not the come drop buttons.
I am at your service, Captain.
Alright, let's see. Where might Sarah be? Sweet Pea, if you see this video at all, Britt commented the other day when I came through here for the first time how much she enjoyed your work with Noelle's greenhouse overall.
Really, really beautiful. And again, I just wonder how long that took to place and create all the plants.
I don't know. I don't have any experience with the creation kit. Tennessee definitely would be a great one. Bad clams. We got a few people. Eggs. We got a few people in the chat who would be able to let us know. I have no idea like how user friendly the creation kit is, how steep the learning curve is to being able to like understand it, know the UI, know where all your stuff is. I have no idea. I've never looked at it. I've never watched a video on it. So I honestly have no idea. The only direct knowledge I have on how quickly people can do stuff with mods, like literally the only knowledge I have is with working with Old Bard and with Ghost Rider on the mods that we're working on here. Bard's been working on their mod for a while, so I don't really know an exact timeline or pace of how that came together, but like from the moment that Ghost told me, hey bro, we're gonna make this vendor NPC happen, and we're definitely gonna have Tommy and the Toadface Clyde, and they're gonna be in game at the major cities, and people are gonna talk to them, and there's gonna be a vendor list plus dialogue trees, and I'm like, yes dude, and I'm voicing it 1,000%. From the moment that he said we're gonna make this happen until like the moment that I got the first video seeing my dude made within the creation kit on screen in gameplay and responding to dialogue prompts with a full working vendor list attached to the dude already, like we're talking about like a couple hours at best, and that work was already done. But again, you're talking about somebody that I know and I talk about all the time at being of a tier above most others with the quality of work that they do. So I don't know if the speed of that mod coming together is like a testament to the person who's doing that work because of how talented they are versus how user-friendly the program might be for somebody with less experience
hello?
making like their first mod. I have no idea what that's like. Tennessee says for most things not that bad for decorating. So okay. So I assume it wouldn't be that difficult. So I'm kind of being dishonest. I've seen pictures of stuff within the creation kit. The pictures I've seen specifically are actually people that are working on POIs. I've seen a bunch of that on Reddit, and it looks like it's not that difficult to drag, drop, place where you want. And to my understanding, a lot of it was like procedural for the most part. Like you plug in some prompts basically, and then it fills in based off what you want. So I don't think that it would be like rocket science, but I say that with full and all due respect for the people that are in that program making these mods. I don't do what you do. I'm not going to say I can't do what you do because I have a lot of faith in myself, and if I decide I want to do something, more often than not, I learn how to do it and I get it done. But do I have that knowledge to be able to do that right now? Absolutely not. No. So Tennessee said the only issue with the creation kit is knowing what static objects is what before you put it down. Tank Girl has it down pat, and I stay the hell away from it. I ain't even mad at you, bro. I literally tell Britt, I'd say it on the channel, there are two people that I think their decorative skills are superior to mine. And as humbly as I could possibly be, I feel like I'm in a upper tier of building and decorating abilities. I just see it, and the mods allow it to come together, but I think that I do a very exceptional job in-game, using the in-game mechanics to build the things and decorate the things the way that I do. But when you're talking about like Tank Girl and their decorating skills and Miss O and their decorating skills, those two for me, Tank Girl and Miss O, anything that somebody wants that is pre-decorated, I would always say go to them because they're really good. I don't want to put us in the same level. We do it in different ways. Mine's in game, one's in creation kit, so I don't want to compare myself to people that are making exceptional mods in that way. But they're definitely really good at the decorating. Sergeant Al, not gonna lie, I don't know them by name. If I saw some of their mods, I would probably be aware for sure of their mods, but off the top of my head, I'm unfamiliar with the name Sergeant Al. Sergeant Al makes the best tabs, so I have to know of them. What mods does Sergeant Owl make, and how do I not just know them off the top of my head? If you've never used Miss O's mods, though, I promise, bro, you're missing out. I promise. I don't know how you feel about paid mods, like from other creators, but bro, what is it called? The modular extractor, or modular outpost Argos extractors by Miss O's. Like Chef's Kiss. It's legit. It's so good. She actually, I don't know if it's a she, it says Miss, so I'm assuming, I shouldn't assume, but Miss O actually figured out a mechanic that I want other mod authors to expand on so bad, because I feel sometimes like I'm the only person who sees the potential that this mechanic adds to what we can do with Outposts, specifically with Outpost mods. So with the modular, or with the Argos extractors, modular outposts, whatever, by Misso, there are ship landing pads for your ship and for the cargo links, and they're like built into and surrounded by rocky terrain. And this is the part that is mind-blowing to me, that I want people to expand on so sincerely. Those rocky terrain pieces will adjust based on the biome and the landscape where you're building them. If I build in a snowy biome, then those assets are snowy rocky terrain. If I build on a coastal biome, they are coastal rocky terrain. If I'm in a forest, it matches that with color, with aesthetic, with everything. That is so crucial for the types of terrain mods that people would want to be able to level terrain or flatten terrain, or potentially dig. I don't know how the cells work, to dig into the terrain. But leveling and flattening, that's not adjusting the actual mesh that's there. It's literally just placing a structure on top of it, like any other foundation or hab or anything like that. But again, with that one mechanic of being able to mesh it to camouflage and blend within the natural look of the actual terrain, I want that so bad. I know other people want that so bad. And then you're talking even again like other habs, like cave habs or little like hobbit shires or something like that. All of those sorts of things could be possible and not look out of place because they can match anywhere that you would put those structures. And that mechanic 1000% exists because Miso did it with a mod that I use in my playthroughs, that other people use in their playthroughs. It's in my current playthrough. If I was in an outpost right now, I could show exactly what I'm talking about. That mechanic is going to be groundbreakingly revolutionary for ground type, terrain type mods. At some point, mark my words, somebody is going to use that, and it's going to be a talked about mod for a long time. That mechanic is crazy clutch, and it's so subtle but such a profound impact, and it's mind-blowing to me that I have yet to see that mechanic in any other mod from anybody. Only from Miso have I seen that mechanic, not just in like work, like in concept, but actually work every time. Oh, Al does ships. That's why. They did one of the ones that's more famous. Not the Falkland. It starts with a T, I'm pretty sure. And if the color memory portion of my memory is right, I think the logo is green or has green in it maybe. I'm pretty sure that it's coming to me now who Al is. Altech, I know who that is. I'm pretty sure I know who that is. No, it's Habs. It's all coming together now. I was thinking outpost Habs, not ship Habs. That 1000% makes way more sense, for sure. Oh, dude, Tennessee, I know. Dude, I know you're about the ships. And you're so good with the ships. I keep talking about it. I'm going to show it off. I haven't yet. I'm building suspense, I swear. But the Out in the Blackness, again, anybody watching this, have you ever wanted in-game when you're out in space to come across a derelict spaceship, not only board it, but like a puzzle straight out of a TTRPG? You have to figure out how to fix that ship enough to even get it functioning enough to try to get it to an actual spaceport, to get it actually fixed up proper, and now you have a ship. Blackness, that's not all of what it does. That's the biggest thing that I am hype about, that what it does. And it's not just one puzzle fits all for all those derelict ships. There are so many different systems that OG put into this mod. It's crazy deep, crazy crunchy, super fun and meticulous. If that's the experience you're looking for, I said in another video, the only reason I don't put that mod on these general style playthroughs, you see already how hard it is for me to make any sort of progress and forward momentum in play. So then you add in those meticulous additional puzzles to even be able to get going in the ship that you found. That's the only reason I don't have it in these more streamlined plays. That's why I don't market this anymore as a survival style playthrough or anything like that. It's just general play for sure. But I promise you, just like I said, I'm going to use Xeno's setting, or Ghost setting in Xenomaster to be able to have my Xenos die on me. I'm going to do a hardcore playthrough, and that's going to be active. Out in the Blackness is for sure going to see its day in the spotlight for me on this stage, for sure. Just not just yet. I'm still trying to grow it to a point where I need general viewers, and the more meticulous, the more niche it feels, the less general people want to watch. So bear with me, man. I'm sorry. That's just how those rocks work. No, bro, BS. I don't believe it. I'm choosing not to believe it. It's a specific mechanic within the creation kit that allows those rocks to do it. I don't believe it. I refuse to believe it, because I want to believe that these sorts of mods that I want to happen can happen. And the only way that that can happen is there has to be a mechanic that will automatically mesh with the terrain, specific to the terrain that you're building in. That's the only way those mods can exist, is if that mechanic exists. I refuse to believe that it's just how those rocks work. Right, let's be fair. I need to get into shipbuilding, Spark, for sure. The material swaps in the biome. It's how all the rocks. So it's how all the rocks work. I don't use enough aesthetical rocks, so that makes sense. So it's really just about using those pieces with the other structures that I want those pieces used with. That do like that. That still feels like it's mental progress for me understanding conceptually how that could work. So that is great insight. Right on. He said it's straight. So OG's he's not playing. He said he kids, but it can. I kid you not, out in the blackness. Go get it right now. If you're in the creations page, you got some creation credits to spend. Absolutely grab Out in the Blackness. It's 1,000% going to be worth it. I promise you. Again, we are going to show it off extensively here. You see, no, don't shatter my illusion. I like to believe things that aren't true. So, the concrete, it's from Betamax specifically, it's a bunch of stuff. Not just their concrete foundations, it's a bunch of stuff. And it, especially when it rains. So, Thorjan, watch, next time you're at that build on the coast and it starts raining, build something new before it rains. Like, build something new before it rains. As soon as the rain comes, you'll see all those pieces, like their... like the steel walkways or whatever, and the platforms that you could build out and stuff. I've done it in a bunch as like docks and piers and other coastal builds before. But those all will take on an appearance of being weathered specifically after rain. And I think that is an awesome touch for sure.
You can run around the planet and
so I told you I could speedrun it, right? 16 minutes. We are going to keep it around 11, right? We just started this quest. I'll show you guys how you can speedrun this first quest. Oh, did it dismiss all my people? Because I joined... I bet you I can get them all back, though. Watch this.
Over here. There's something
Where'd they go?
we need to discuss.
Simeon?
Need a hand with something. Hey, Captain.
Oh, no, they're following.
I'll catch you later.
I thought I saw the prompt up at the top right. They're all following.
Let me know the next time you need my help.
No, they're not. They're definitely going to the ship. Hey. So apparently it disables your other followers. Maybe this quest? I swear I've had them all before. But either way, we're going to speedrun this. So when I keep saying speedrun, we're not speedrunning like for actually trying to set a time record or something like that. I just mean in the sense, this first quest line, we're looking for Mawara, and he's got an artifact, and you'd have to jump around a bunch of stuff. There's one specific part of that quest that I loathe so much. It's the one when you have to turn off all your engines and everything and creep as slow as possible so the 3 Varun ships don't see you out in space, and then you turn on a satellite and then you can jump out real quick.
Another space.
Blah blah blah. But so you can skip all this stuff. You just have to talk to the bartender first at Cydonia. And then from there you can jump straight to Mawara if you know where Mawara is. You will be skipping Nova Galactic Star Yard, which is a super awesome dungeon. Tons of loot, tons of fun. We will go back to it for sure and clear through. Also, normally, if we were clearing through it, we would probably pick up the Secret Outpost notepad, which is the start of the Mantis quest line. Fantastic quest line. We're going to skip that. We will go back to it. You can go back to it at any point. It's one of the great things about all of the quest lines in this game is you can start and stop, do them in different orders anytime you want to, and it does not necessarily hold you back from things. There are certain points that things in the game will change,
nothing wrong with the little
so you could potentially miss out on some things. I'm not saying you won't miss out on anything, but the way that the quests are structured, you can jump back, especially when you're talking about a point of contact like Nova Galactic Star Yard. It's not gone after this quest line. It's still there, so you can go to it anytime you want to.
It's definitely a lifestyle, burning helium out there, seeing where the stars take you. I'm serious about that.
It's feasible. That's what. Hey, that's all I need. That's all I needed to hear. So you're saying there's a chance. You know what I'm saying? I can take that. I'll take that for sure. Clam said Sarah is getting impatient. She's kind of always impatient. You know what I'm saying? Sarah didn't like that. So that is one thing. I haven't, since we're playing with empathy as a trait, we're going to try not to upset anybody so we don't take any debuffs. But for all your main companions or whatever, if you do something in the game that they don't like, then it'll pop up in the top right corner. If they do like it, it'll say like so-and-so like that, so-and-so really like that or whatever. But if you do something they don't like, it'll pop up that they didn't like that. And if you make them mad enough, then they'll like not want to hang out with you. They'll like go back to the ship or whatever. They won't want to talk to you. If you make it, if you make them mad enough, then like you gotta basically like apologize to them before they'll like be cool with you again. It's kind of funny. What? Somehow you glitched it so you're both running as an open Starborn and a hidden Starborn in your playthrough. That's legit awesome. I bet that opens up some fun instances for sure. Thorgen, you're talking about Beta, Tennessee, X, Ghost, Sweet Pea, Zone, Something Wicked. All these folks and many more make Starfield for me. You're not wrong. I'm right there with you with all them. They are all fantastic. I kind of think it's funny. So I was thinking about this the other day when I was streaming, and I randomly was talking about modders and their mods and their portfolios. It reminded me, so all growing up, that was football for me. If you were like, hey Tommy, who's the third string center on the worst team in the league, and what college did he go to, and what's his height, what's his weight, yada yada. We are going to skip this Freestar dude, by the way. Probably not going to have a chance to come back to it. I don't really care, but we'll see what happens with that. But anyway, like I was saying, I was like that with football, right? Their stats, hey, there's senior year at college, what college they go to, what was their stats. I could tell you all of that, like that. Can I do that anymore? No, I haven't kept up with the game like that in too long, and it just is what it is. But I had a moment where I felt like that again, talking about Starfield modders and mod authors. So for all these modders, mod authors that I keep talking about and stuff like that, for anybody who knew me growing up, like literally when I graduated high school, I went on scholarship as a collegiate football coach to a prominent school that was top 3 in the nation at its level. Had one of the bigger scholarships on the program, and I was an actual position coach. I was an assistant coordinator. I had legitimate responsibilities and was in charge of groups of people a handful of years older than me, far physically superior to me. Could do things on the field I could never do, but it was up to me to make them better and improve them. That's the level of understanding I have for the game, right? And then now to know that I replaced that game in a lot of ways with this game, and I talk about the players of this game in the same context that I do these other players that I used to look up to, respect, envy, want to be like, or just want to be on the field next to, you know what I'm saying? I hope if you're a mod author and I talk about you all the time, I hope you know the level of respect that means that I carry for what you do. There's a whole lot of people that make mods, and I don't talk about all of them. I talk about the mods that speak to me and the mods that I think are of a certain level. And that takes, and that's why I got heated on my soapbox earlier. I don't know why I'm going into soy. See, I'm getting rambling. We got 9 minutes. Don't let me get side tangent anymore, okay? So look, you can on screen slap me, okay? You can literally, Tommy, don't hit me in the face, but like hit me in the arm, be like, Tommy, you got like 9 minutes, focus. I'm coming to the outpost on soy. We need to go to Seoul, but trust me, you guys still think, oh, Tommy's not gonna finish up this quest line. No, I promise you. If you know where Moara is, you can literally skip right there. And well, I know you don't. I'm gonna show them. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show them. But that's what I was telling them. Don't worry. We're still gonna hit the end. Playing Halo Infinite for the first time ever. Not impressed. Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I played Halo since 2. Halo 2 online though. Me and the homies back in the day, we used to play that a lot. I do enjoy a first-person shooter on occasion, an online first-person shooter multiplayer, I like it on occasion. You know what I'm saying? Battlefield, I would much rather play than COD all day. Those are really the only two. But Halo, for what it was worth, I can't snipe really in Halo. You can, not efficiently. That's why I like Battlefield better than COD. Battlefield, way better for somebody like me that likes the distance play as opposed to long gun. But if I felt like I really got it, Halo was definitely fun for what it was. But the campaign sucked, though. Like, the campaign sucked, though, for me. I hated it. That was when I did not appreciate cutscenes, so I was like, dude, I get to play for like 5 minutes, and then it's like a 30-minute cutscene, and that just keeps happening. I just realized, too, that we still don't have oxygen, and I haven't unlocked the boost pack. That was dangerous. So, realistically, we were standing on that landing pad the other night when I suffocated us because we ran out of oxygen. We were standing there for a minute, just suffocating, just letting it do, letting
You
it
saw
happen.
him die a slow and painful death.
And it didn't click until it was blinking red at me, and then dude folded over like a ragdoll, and it was over.
He's like,
Ugh. But so here we gotta go in the bar. Excuse me. Whole lot to do in Cydonia. I love Cydonia. There's, like, I wasn't being facetious when I said a whole lot to do. There is a lot of stuff to do for sure. We're gonna run
Keep it
through
simple.
here.
Keep to
but
yourself. You ain't been
I'm
around.
looking for Mawara. This is where it teaches you an important mechanic about
believe me,
dialogue
Lord.
and how you can
After
use
about
active
round
companions
Nothing more.
in dialogue.
He has
So
a
you'll see here in a
tab.
second.
It's a
Sarah's
lot of
trying to help me strong arm him. I could pay dude off top. I could try to talk him to a lower price, or Sarah can talk for us, and
No,
it's
I've done
always
this
normally a
routine.
benefit. See,
Let's skip
Sarah
to the
more than
part where
loved
you
that.
admit you're lying
We
about
gained
what he owes.
self-esteem because of
They're
art.
calling you a liar.
So
Oh,
I always
please.
found it's kind of like
Two
multiple
strangers
choice
arrive
on
from
a
Off-World
middle school
asking for
test. It's
information
pretty much
only you
always
have.
the answer
You
that
see
says
an
all the above.
opportunity.
Right? Not every time, but pretty much always is. If you see a
Lower the
dialogue prompt
price.
for Sarah, Sam, Barrett, anybody like that, go ahead and have them do that. We'll go ahead and try talking about it. Persuasion's always fun. Isn't he your friend?
I'm just
No,
trying to keep
no,
your
he
business
does not
afloat.
care about him. All right.
he's just trying to keep his business afloat.
That's all he cares about. So let's try to hit him with a. I want you to imagine him out there, alone. Here you are, holding out for cash.
want him thanked.
Oh, we guilt tripped him.
All right, I'll give
You're
up.
soft, Jack.
Just trying to earn a
But
living, you know.
we got guilt tripped.
Last time he was here, my
All right, he told us what we needed.
what
We
I
didn't have
got.
to pay nothing. Now I can finally skip all this stuff. So it wants us to go to Venus, right? Dumb. That's where you have to do the dumb part of this quest. It's right here, and you gotta find this little satellite thing and get this transmission. But there's 3 Varun ships, so you have to kill all the power in your ship, and it takes like 8 minutes for you to slow coast over to this satellite. Not worth it. After that, though, it takes you over here. Not the. Oh, that has to be from TG's Galactic Harvest, that Terrain Preservation Society star station. Never seen that before. Pretty positive that's from TG's Galactic Harvest. This. So after the blue dot on Venus, when you do the slow crawl to the satellite thing, you would go up here to Nova Galactic Star Yard. I have a ton of videos on the channel just running through to show off different stuff specific to like weapons and combat, stuff like that. Love Nova Galactic Star Yard. I think the video I did reviewing The Gang Is All Here, I did it running through Nova Galactic Star Yard, showing off a handful of companions in combat for me. We're going to skip that though, because after that, not to Triton, I think it's Neptune. Pretty sure it's Neptune. I'm second guessing myself right now, but I think if you just travel straight to Neptune. Yeah, there it is. Puts us right in front of Moorish. So you can skip out like 30 minutes of gameplay right there. You're missing out on all the loot and blah blah blah. But again, like Nova Galactic specifically, you can go back and loot and get all that stuff. When you get close enough to Moorish ship, spoilers obviously, it's been taken over by pirates. So they attack you. If you have a ship with EM weapons, cool, but ultimately you cannot destroy a Moira ship at this point, so knock it out, get within 500 M, and dock to it. Yeah, Thorgen for sure. That is legitimately why I love CFB, is it allows me to tap back into that time in my life, and the recruiting, building a playbook. That's why I always play as an offensive coordinator, and I rarely move on. I'm like 4 years deep into a dynasty with Kennesaw State right now. Still the offensive coordinator. Never lost more than 4 games in a season. I know it's video games, bro, but I love it. I love it. This season's recruiting sucks, though. I only got like 12 total prospects that are even interested in my school, which sucks. But we'll make do with it, right? Totally random, but if you want a good laugh, Mitch Hedberg. Oh, dude, I love Mitch Hedberg. Are you kidding me? I love Mitch Hedberg. Mitch Hedberg, I think, is super underrated. One of my biggest influences. So I've seen Mitch Hedberg a lot growing up, for sure. And being a stoner, I feel like my cadence is super similar to his, for sure. But what I love is my ability to just say shit sometimes just for the reaction. Like Norm Macdonald, low-key. I didn't mean to undock, I meant to board. Norm Macdonald is low-key one of my favorite comedians for like the way that I, one, think shit's funny, but two, how I like try to be funny in my own right with other people. I blame the comedy of Norm Macdonald for teaching me that it's hilarious to say shit sometimes for shock value. Even if you do not care, believe, stand by whatever what you're saying, it's just funny sometimes. I blame Norm Macdonald, RIP, for that. But here we're on the ship. We got Sarah. We don't got anybody else. Let's see if this works. Real quick, follower control. All followers. Command all followers. Teleport to me. No one did. So view elite crew. We gotta do it one by one. Adoring fan. Teleport to me. MB. Teleport to me. Simeon. Teleport to me. When you teleport them to you, they automatically start following you. Where y'all at? Yeah! There we go. We got Sarah. MB and Simeon. Oh, dude. The fan's already out there. Blasting them. Go get them. Go get them.
There's all that blood coming out of me. I'm like, oh no.
He spawned in inside there. He was literally in the fire. Oh, poor. That's why. Look at him. Look at him. Gangster. Everybody wants to hate on this dude. Well, you know what? Simeon and MB, they spawned in safety behind a closed door. Not says I, says adoring fan. That dude went in like a dummy. Look at him. He looks like an idiot standing right there against the wall. But he wasn't scared, though. Take a stretch in victory. You see how quick and easy that was? I didn't have to do anything. I shot at one dude. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. All these people are... Oh, he's not dead. He's not dead. He's not dead. He's not dead. I almost died. What are y'all doing? Just bragging about y'all actually doing some shit? Thank you. That's it, though. Oh, we gotta get the key from the last guy that almost killed us. How much would that have sucked? Get right there. It's like 11:02, so I'm already wrong. But like, get right there and then die and lose all that progress. You know what I haven't done this whole time? Effing saved. So like, oh, that would have sucked. That would have been on brand. But there's Mora wearing his UC Vanguard suit.
Hey, Mora.
Looks like we're all in one piece. Any day you
And that's
walk
the
away
artifact
from, right?
up in the top right corner. I'm not gonna lie, the first time I did this quest when the game first came out, I was just following blue dots. I was not paying attention to the dialogue, did not care at all. I was just trying to get through the game. And so when I got out of this screen, I was like, oh, okay, so the blue dot must be somewhere outside the ship. And for like 30 minutes, I was super frustrated and could not figure out what the F I was supposed to be doing. until
We've
I
heard
finally
stories
came back
too
into the cockpit
about a
and I
strange
noticed,
object
oh,
you found
is
on
that a little
patrol.
dangly thing I'm supposed to grab?
So, you know what that thing is.
It doesn't play.
Yeah,
So
I'll show
you're
you as soon
saying-
as we stop talking to this dude. It's that little floaty thing. You just have to walk up and grab it. I feel like such an idiot.
Hey, sorry. I just didn't know what it was. But I guess that's what you all are for, right? Here, happy to trade a novelty for a rescue any day.
Let's grab the artifact.
Oh, I gotta catch up. I missed out on something. Wait a minute. I'll scroll up in a second. I'm gonna scroll up in a second. Let me finish this up here. So we talked more, literally that, right there. For some reason, the first time I was playing, I did not take notice of the actual artifact, so I thought that blue dot was like out in space. So I was like, oh shit, I gotta go out there. Okay, and just walked off.
Good
It's
work.
right there.
Let's get back
We
to
are on the way
launch.
through. We're gonna... Nope, I'm not even dicking with that. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. We're gonna take what we can. So check this out. With Shade's Immersive Looting, you can get a bunch more stuff than what you could before. Basically what I'm doing is showing you the stripped equip. You can strip them off and get all of their stuff. So you see the box, how it's already got a full list of stuff you can get. When you strip equip, it expands. It means you can actually take everything. The other thing that's cool is added by the useful Morgues mod. So see how I can hit Y for bag? Literally body bags them. So see that yellow square? Remember when I told you about the yellow squares and the red squares? Yellow square is contraband. If I pick this up, I'm holding contraband. It's got a decent value. Like once I take it to a autopsy table, I can turn it into like harvested organs or something like that I can actually make some money with. Right now, it's just going to be heavy and it's not valuable. It's just a resource for me. But again, if I put that on my person right now and then go back to New Atlantis to go drop off this artifact, as soon as I get into orbit around New Atlantis, they're going to do a contraband scan. That little yellow buddy means I'm going to get popped and we're going to have a bad time. So we're going to steal all these people's stuff because that means stuff that we can either have for ourselves or for our companions, or we can sell it for credits. But we are not going to bag and take these people with us because we don't want to get in trouble for having contraband. We'll catch back up in a second because this is literally it. When we get back to the lodge, we'll save it. I'll read through. We'll say, we'll respond to that, and then we'll sign out. Because I'm 4 minutes past. But point proven, right? Super quick, easy way to beat this level. Once you talk to the bartender at Cydonia, you can skip right to, what was it, Neptune? And in Neptune's orbit, you'll see Moira's ship, disable it, board it, kill the handful of spacers, pirates, whatever, and then talk to Moira, get the artifact, come back to the lodge. That's the... I think it's a continuation of the tutorial. So while the first like 15 minutes before you even get to the lodge
Over here.
is the
There's something
definitive
we need to
tutorial mission for the game, I still feel like this first quest is part of that tutorial, but then specific to like how the main quest is going to work.
It fits. Energy spiked a bit, but
That's it.
it's
We come in, we drop that off. Oh, we gotta get our
I've
magazine.
occasionally had my doubts
No,
about
it's
Let
the same
them
as
talk
before.
while they're
There's a
talking.
massive outfit as the
I'm
one
gonna
now.
one.
Say.
Yes, one. We're gonna save. Save early, save often. I need to start remembering that.
That's speculation, but I think
But
you're right.
we're gonna switch
We need
over
more.
here to this one
Here.
so we can be a little bit bigger.
earned this.
And I'm just gonna read
Welcome
through
to Constellation.
some of these comments
As a full
here.
member this time.
Bear, did it happen to you too? Bro, I literally on stream felt so embarrassed, dying like a dummy because I was standing outside suffocating myself. What is Luma HDR? I know what HDR is. I don't know what Luma HDR is. Star UI I need to check out for sure. The Star UI outpost layout specifically, like the outpost build menu layout from Star UI looks so clean for sure. That's fair. I'd like to change around my dude's outfits. I'm
okay?
not even gonna lie. Like when I'm out in the field, I like changing them up every few missions or whatever, so that way we feel more like we're changing up our clothes and stuff like that. I try not to do. I call it Bart Simpson syndrome. It's all the Simpsons, but how they wear the same outfit every day, no matter what. I know it's all cartoons or whatever, but I try to change up my companions' looks a little bit here and there. Bro, Shade's immersive looting, so clutch, so clutch for looting. Gives you so much more gear, so much more access to credits. Shade's immersive looting, cannot recommend it enough. I don't know about any script updates, Barrett, to be real with you. I don't know what that is, or if they did any of that. Oh, Luma HDR is a mod. That's fair, for sure. I do know what HDR is, only because technically I'm supposed to be like in charge of a department that covers TVs and stuff like that. So I had to Google real quick like what a lot of these acronyms and stuff was. I had no idea. Now I do. Did not before. So I was familiar with what HDR was, but I didn't know. I don't use the only like performance or graphical mods that I use. None on the current playthrough. I've used like realistic water before. I've used one that did like a darker sky, I think, before. I do use like a Milky Way one. I guess that's not even performance though. That's that. So yeah, I literally don't use any sort of performance. I guess the realistic water one was a graphical one, I guess. But like retextures and increasing the resolutions and stuff, I've never used any mods like that. Well, yeah, bro, because you actually got an awesome computer. You know what I'm saying? So like you can do the graphical mods and upscaling and all that good stuff. Your computer can handle it. Probably doesn't even get warm. You know what I'm saying? I feel like my Xbox was literally screaming at me if I tried doing some of the stuff I would want to do with mods. I know that a lot of them aren't even available on Xbox, but yeah, that basically catches up in the chat. We're done with this mission. It's truly an honor, Sarah, to be a part of Constellation, but I kind of expected champagne.
If you ever find a relic bottle from Earth, we'll all be happy to share it with you. By the way,
Sarah's skills, so
like
notice how she has 4
together?
skills.
I'm not sitting
right,
behind
so
my
your
desk
main
for
4,
this.
I think all 4 of your
These
main
artifacts
Constellation
are a new
companions
chapter
have
for
4 skills.
Constellation, and
The
I'm
main
going
one
to
that
be
Sarah
out there
has, though,
for
that's
it. And
clutch,
I want you out
all
there
of them,
as
they're
well.
all great skills.
You
but
got
leadership,
results.
anything that has
I need
leadership
someone
as a
like you
skill
watching
does
my
not
back.
take up a crew slot when you assign them to a ship or an outpost. So we can have Sarah on a ship or an outpost even if we're maxed out, because her leadership skill allows us to add her as well. That's what Ghost did with the Xenos, so that way you can have as many Xenos as you want assigned to your outpost. I believe it's all through that leadership skill. But so you let me know, you let us know, for whenever we get on the game next, do you want us to tell Sarah that we got some stuff to do, and you know it is what it is? Or do you want us to try to get back out there with Sarah? Which one?
I mean, I like Sarah.
Hello.
I'm with it. I like Sarah
Right.
too. I'm not mad at it.
We've got a few more leads we should.
So this is where
First,
Sarah's going to tell
there's
us
an
about some
expedition
stuff.
that
So she
Sam
lets
Co
us
has
know
been
about
putting
Sam
together.
Co. So I
It's
keep
in
telling you about
Freestar
like the
Collective
Freestar
Space,
and
and he knows
Aquila
it
City.
inside and out.
Sarah's
There's
about to give us
also the
3
Eye,
quests
our
that
star
we can
station in
choose
orbit.
to do in any
About
order.
time for you to meet
But it's to
Vladimir.
meet
He's been
these
hard
other
at
members
work
of
tracking
Constellation
down
that we
more
haven't met.
anomalies.
So one
And
of them
last but
is
not
to go
least,
with Sam
Noel.
to Aquila
Have we heard
City,
anything from Barrett yet?
and we have a mission to get
courier
an
from Argus
artifact that'll
Extractors
take
came
us
by to
through
let us
there,
know
but
they're
it'll
packing
show
up
off
the
Aquila
operation on
City.
Vecterra.
You'll get to meet
But
Sam
that's it, no
and all
other
that
word.
good stuff.
Mm,
The
that's not
other
good.
one
We should get over
is
there
to
and check on
follow
Barrett
up
in person.
with Andreja, who I won't spoil anything about her, but she's going off doing her own artifact hunt as well. We haven't heard from her in a while, so she might be in some danger or whatever. So we're gonna go look after Andreja, which is going up to the Eye. I think you go up to the Eye to meet Vladimir first, and then he sends you out to go meet up with Andreja. The other option is we haven't heard back from Barrett ever since he gave us the ship whenever Lynn and Heller and all that at Vecterra. So that's the other option, is that we can go and follow up and see about Barrett. So that's what it's showing here. Who's Sam Co? What about Barrett, the Eye, Vladimir? those are those three options.
You
Meet
indeed
Vladimir and
thought of something?
Andreja, meet Barrett, get Barrett back, as well as
When's the
unlock
last
Lynn and
time you
Heller,
went up to
so that way you can have Lynn and Heller as a companion as well. And then this one introduces you to Sam and his daughter Cora.
Don't know how he does
So
it.
those would be what
there
we'd be
all
able to
alone
do
for so long.
next time that we hop on the
Some
game.
people
If you
love that
ask
kind of space.
Sarah,
Pun intended.
I won't spoil it for people. I want you guys hopefully to play through this, experience it yourself. I was super happy with what she says that we should do first, because it's the one that makes the most sense to me. I'll spoil it if you guess it. Which one do you think? Knowing me, knowing that all we know is this one is going with Sam to Aquila City, and Sam's right out there in the
You
garden
okay?
area right now. We haven't heard from Barrett after the pirates attacked. We should go follow up and check on him. We should go to the Eye, learn what that is, see who Vladimir is, and see what he's talking about.
I don't know, but I feel like someone should check on Barrett at this
You already
point.
know. I know you doubted yourself.
His mind
that's
is
absolutely the one
always-
that I would do.
Oh, too bad you
But
didn't see
that's
the
one that I
artifacts
choose to
coming.
do is follow up with Barrett. So we will spoil it since you guessed it. What should
It's
I
all
do
important.
first?
You just
But
just
if
leave
you
him
want
out
a
there with no
direction,
one checking
I'd
to
grab
check on
Barrett
him?
No, I agree,
first.
but you have the choice.
not
If you don't care, if you have the choice,
He's
if
been
you that's
all
what you
over
want to
the
do.
settled
But
systems.
Sarah agrees with us as well. We should go find Barrett.
Bye.
So I'm pretty sure that's what we're gonna do the next time that we're on the game. Before I do a little sign out though, I'll check the chat one more time while I'm doing that. Bert, if you got anything you want to say, anything that you are thinking, let us know.
I don't really have anything to add overly at this point, but I'm definitely excited to see where it's gonna go when we check on Barrett.
Heck yeah. Right on for sure.
I like all the mods. Love all the mods.
They're all so good. I definitely enjoy mods. All you mod authors in the chat, all you mod authors that might see this playback later on, as always, thank each one of you for what you guys bring to the game and the amount of enjoyment that you bring to me and to Britt because of the work that you guys are doing. See, I have used other crew companion mods before that overhaul. There's one specifically, but I can't remember the mod author right now. I don't want to misstate it. I use other of their mods, so I know that they're already in my load order. But somebody else has one that it does the 4 main constellation members. It like upgrades their looks a little bit, changes their hair, stuff like that. But I think it looks really cool. So I have used one before that does that. See, 4K native resolution mod would be solid for sure.
Tennessee says let Barrett rot.
He said have me on the phone and the PC, the delay between the two. I can believe that for sure. Tennessee, let Barrett rot, bro. No, I love Barrett so much. No. Only reason, I'm not gonna lie, only reason I love Barrett, and it's the only reason, not the only reason, but it's one of the main reasons. I'm gonna make sure, spoilers for anybody on main quest line, just know, big spoiler come. We're like 2 years after the game came out. I shouldn't have to do this, but people be crying, you know what I'm saying? But when you get to that point where you have to figure out which one of your 4 buddies is about to get killed, you know what I'm saying? The reason for me it's not going to be Barrett is I want that Starborn power that you only get from Barrett's personal quest line, period. I don't care about being a Starborn in the sense of a New Game Plus. The only 2 Starborn powers I care about in this game at all are personal atmosphere and the one where I can clone myself. That's literally it. Why do I want to clone myself? Why do I use the gang is all here? Because if I'm clearing through a scary ass dungeon and I got 4 companions and I can pop out a double version of me holding a Revenant or a Mag Shear or something gnarly and they just go to work on the bad guys all day. So will Barrett die in this playthrough? No. Why? Because I want that Starborn power. It's one of the only ones I care about. That is 1000% why Barrett will not die. Because if Barrett dies, you can't get his personal quest till after that part of the main quest. So they literally do that to spite the player, somebody like me. Bethesda did do this to spite me. I cannot get Barrett up to an affinity level early enough to do his personal quest early enough to get that power early enough to then let him die, and it doesn't matter because I got the power. You cannot do that in play. You can only get that power after the point in the quest line where one of them 4 is dead. So you have to let one of the other 3 die if you want that power. Otherwise, you're going to have to wait till the New Game Plus. You can tell Constellation in the New Game Plus about being a Starborn and forego that specific point in the story where one of them 4 has to die. But I'm not going to lie to you. I have no idea if that will allow you to then keep all of them and still get Barrett's quest line. But that means if you want to max it out to 10, you're going to have to do it even another New Game Plus just for that one to get it up to 10. So, I mean, someone else has to die. I won't spoil for Britt what 3 the other 3 are, but someone's got to die. Not going to be Barrett for me because I want that power. Tennessee, I'm not mad. To be fair, as much as I like Sarah, I like Andreja better. Like, I like Andreja better all day. Her personality, like, I like Andreja better in combat because of her personality. And I don't dislike Sarah. I really like Sarah. I really like her personal quest. The backstory is solid. The voice acting is exceptional. So, like, Sarah's great. No slight against Sarah, but I also like Andreja better than Sarah. Bro, I'm sad when they all die. Any of them. I like all of them. Like, I don't want any of them to die. Sam's the one that hurts me so bad because of Cora. You know what I'm saying? Poor little Cora. But same thing with, like, Sarah. If you let Sarah die, then it's, what is it, Sona? Cora's twin? Basically, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, Thorjan, thank you for being here, for sure. Bro, see, I am for sure. Talk about dedication. Sam's your dedicated co-pilot. Talk about dedication, bro. Being on New Game Plus 10. Respect. Literally, I've gone through the Unity twice. Both times, I immediately loaded into the new game, saw that I did not get a variant universe, and immediately was remorseful and regretted jumping to the Unity and missed all my buddies from the experiences that we had done in our first playthrough or whatever, and I was like, I just gotta restart. Both times I went through the Unity. That's exactly what happened. I went through only hoping to get an alternate universe. I did not get an alternate universe. I regretted my decision to go through the Unity, and I restarted a playthrough. You have never restarted your playthrough ever? Oh my jeez. Oh my jeez. We're like on so far opposite ends of the spectrum on that one. I respect and envy that statement from you. I so much respect and envy that statement from you. So much history and fun and memories with that character. That is awesome. Awesome. I suffer from chronic habitual restarter syndrome, and I'm unmedicated, and it is what it is. Oh, but I think that's the end of the stream. I told Britt for sure 11 for sure. We'll be done at 11. Here we are at 11:20. Any last words? Oh, that sounded bad.
I don't think so.
Any ending words for the stream?
I don't think so. I don't. Not that's coming to mind off top.
No?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I feel like you're putting me on the spot at the last moment. I don't know what to say.
I was staring because you're so beautiful. Y'all think she's beautiful? I think she's beautiful. But
oh, God. Thanks.
But
thought we were talking about the game.
My bad. Anyway, here, I'm going to sign out like I always do. But the last thing I'm going to say, specific to the stream, thank you again, all the support, everybody watching, everybody in the chat, the whole stream. I appreciate you guys so much. It's been super fun the past week trying to stream as often as we can. We've been having a great time, so we're going to keep doing it. I'm going to try to get some more uploads up here and there, but I've been having too much fun playing on a TV as opposed to my phone. That's a crazy evolution, right? Like a year straight, I don't need a TV. I love playing on my phone until I do see this game on a 55-inch, and I'm like, man, that's way better than a 6-inch screen on a phone. You know what I'm saying? But thank you guys all for what you're doing. I hope that you're here with us for the long haul, because we're going to continue on for a while. I hope this new Rode Studio mic... I hope that new Rode Studio mic sounded good. I'm going to listen to the playback as soon as I can. Hopefully it sounded good. Everybody was clear.
Hopefully I wasn't too quiet.
You know what I'm saying? Hopefully we were at an even volume. We'll find out. But other than that, like I always say, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. If you did, I hope you press the like button. I hope you consider subscribing to the channel. It helps us out a lot when you do. There's so much more content on the way. As always, let us know in the comments below what you think, what you'd like to see next, and take care until next time. Bye, everybody.